The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the West Virginia Mountaineers,
so bad I can
taking
screw
on
this
last
up.
year's national champions, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Mountaineers will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking for a crease to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Second down coming up. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They get to him as he throws.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. They'll leave it with him.
And I really don't understand the play call. Palmer, like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd and long.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Oh, they're after him. It's complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch.
right away. They're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man, it's Bickley. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is?
Turning it on. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The ball and ready to get moving. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Handoff to the single back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Under fire. And now he's up to 14.
Man, you throw at him at your own risk. Like, you want to direct the football in the air towards him. He makes plays consistently. That's number 9 on the season. 9 INTs. This dude's making plays.
Here come the Irish back on offense. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it.
Jake.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
And the Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's a heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sacked first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
What's that?
It'll bring up 4th down.
Take the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day.
Oh, God, no. My ex used to do those fucking things all the time. Hell no. I hate those stupid things. I don't even want to see it.
It's going to be difficult to put up points.
Yeah, I know. Her and Kimber both used to do those dumbass things.
Makes a move.
Seriously?
The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through.
You're down, you need a play. What a nice job on the big punt return to give a spark. You can hear this home crowd going bananas. They needed a big shot in the arm, and they got it with the punt return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about.
Wow. I mean, seriously, how the fuck do they get back there that quick?
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
They're dealing with a second and long. Power football with the run. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air.
Fuck you!
And they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And that's his second big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wide out. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
The give from the gun. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. Makes a catch at the 15.
Oh, shit.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Touchdown! Finding out! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The sure hands, it's Bickley. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force-feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Bringing the heat.
God damn it.
Time running out, and he goes down at 34.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers, you're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
God damn it. Fuck you, man.
Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. They're going to ride this running back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Quick handoff.
Really? 3 right up the middle?
Stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
I think these draw plays are a little bit more predictable when it's 3rd and more manageable as opposed to 3rd and long. You could tell defense did a great job understanding the situation, rushing the quarterback, but knowing that run could be an option, and they shut it down.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. This offense has been stuck with the negative integers, -1, -1 on the last 2. Now it's 3rd and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em. And they hooked a W in this one. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense.
And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, West Virginia. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Under fire. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got room on the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quick completion on the out route. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass.
God damn it.
Pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Mountaineers send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. Breaks into the open. He got loose.
Bullshit.
Almost to finally dragged down at the 32. Notre Dame right back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. looking to throw. Buys a little time. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Bullshit.
And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's just a fantastic job of that. In the 2-minute type situation by this offense, something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they can get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. It's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways
Bullshit
to make plays,
now.
but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they could be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. And
Bullshit.
Fourth interception of the game. He goes down after the
Fuck
short
you.
return, but what a play to get the football back. And on the opening drive of the second half,
Fuck
made
you.
adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He'll start this drive firing. Got it set up on the outside.
Wow.
And he
I mean, just
never
losing
had a
ground.
chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
The Mountaineers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Discretion, the better part of valor, not going to give him a chance to return as they kick it toward the sideline. Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They try to pop a run on the draw. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some... Nowhere.
God damn it.
Defense got it. They're on the run. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown.
Fuck you.
This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, the running back looking for room. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
He's going for the big play. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting it to the ground.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Running to the left. Got room to work. Turning it on. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown, 5. And the stomping has commenced.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 10 over Alabama. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a nonprofit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless, has been careless. They've got to do a better job of being smart with the football.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And you don't get nearly enough on 3rd down, 4th down coming from the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Going with the ground game left. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll run play action. Unleashes one. Finds a man on the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. Runs through a tackle. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. After run, now throw. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Quick strike through the air for the score. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point was good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Pocket breaking down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Wow. Seriously.
Interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. He'll pull it down.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush four guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time that was a great play call defensively.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. The Mountaineers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone.
Looking deep. Catch inside the 25. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
He's got it on the run. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Okay, ready?
And the Mountaineers have it in scoring position on first and goal. He's looking to throw.
Seriously?
Another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in this. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. On the option. He'll toss it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the option. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
At midfield, he's got room. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Bickley.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Gonna look downfield again.
Fuck you, man.
Again, he's now thrown 20 interceptions. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight. Taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here in the game.
Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff its